TIFU when I realize I'm not gay. Long story short, I was convinced that I was gay all throughout high school and college. However, over the past few years I've started finding myself not only liking women sexually, but imagining myself living a more traditionally straight life. I'm not sure if I'm bi or what, but I honestly don't think I'd be happy marrying and spending my life with a man. Should be a simple matter of just starting to date women, right? Well, I've been openly gay so long that it would look really weird to my family and friends if I showed up with a girlfriend suddenly. Also, how would I explain to her that I thought I was gay for 10 years? How do I even go about straight dating? I feel such a fool for only starting to figure all this out at the age of 24. I even have a boyfriend right now, who I would call one of my best friends. Though at least he's aware that I think I might not be completely gay. I'm at a complete loss for what to do. TLDR. Realized that I wasn't gay ANNDIDK. What to do? Figuring out life is a lifelong journey. This is a piece of yours. You didn't F anything up. You are in the next step of your journey. Talk with your BF. Discover yourself. Have fun. Be safe. Treat others with respect. And though there will be ups and downs, it will be okay. People come out at all ages and stages of life. Friend, I'm sure that your friends and family will support you if it means you're going to be more comfortable with who you are. That's what's important. Ultimately, that you feel happy in your own skin. So you're bi. Welcome to the club. Congratulations on playing both sides. Hey, some people don't realize they are gay till they're in their 50s. I don't think you're straight, but you do sound bi to me. I'll tell you the same thing I told my nephew. You are still young. I know 24 is legally an adult, but your brain isn't even full developed still. And your identity belongs to only you. If this week you like Jenny instead of Johnny, that's fine. If next year you like Johnny instead of Jenny, that's fine too. If this week you're Robbie, that's fine. If next year you're Rachel, that's fine. If 2 years after that you're James, that's fine. Life is self-discovery, and as long as you aren't intentionally harming others, you do you, boo-boo. Sometimes you only truly know who you are through your experiences. And again, your identity, your personality, your appearance all belongs to you and no one else. No one can tell you how to be you. Take your time figuring out who you are. Not really a foo. This is the context where sexuality is fluid, can best be applied. I was pretty bisexual throughout my teens, and as I moved through my 20s I became more attracted to men and similarly started to imagine a heterosexual marriage for my future. It had a strange tinge of disappointing the community or something. But ultimately it's your life. You have to live in it. Try not to let fear of other people's judgment affect how you move through the world. There are a lot stupider things you could have done as a teen and 20-something than love freely. Coming out in an alternate universe. Bro, it's okay, not a big deal. I didn't really come to terms with my sexuality until I was like 2728. Not a foo at all. You're still young and figuring out likes and dislikes. It happens. Who cares what others think? Although, I'm glad your partner is aware of your questions. If you're interested, read up on the Kinsey scale. Seems likely you're bi if you've been having and enjoying sex with other men. I thought I was gay for a while in high school despite being attracted to women previously. But it was just me reveling in a newly realized attraction. After some time, I realized I liked both. The idealization of a traditional life is a little weird for someone in your position. Were you by chance raised religiously? If you have someone who is your best friend and they love you and you love them, I would spend more energy on that instead of thinking of some idealized life that may or may not come. I personally feel like this is why I hate the current era's obsession with categories and labels so that everyone fits into a perfect little square. My dude, you were never gay and you probably aren't entirely straight. You are simply you. And you always have been. And no one can take that away from you. Do not let anyone tell you what or who you are. And don't let people lead you to believe anything other than that. Dude, I didn't really realize I was bi until I was 38. I just thought I had a kink for bi and trans porn. You're in a relationship with a man but don't think you'd be happy spending the rest of your life with him? Does he know the relationship has an expiration date? What makes you feel you would be happier with a woman after all this time? Are you sure you're not idolizing women? Ya know the phrase, the grass is always greener? Are you having problems with your boyfriend that has you thinking being with a woman would be easier? What made you realize you were gay to begin with? Sexual fluidity is a thing. So maybe you were attracted to men, but are starting to lean towards women. It's also possible to be bisexual, but have more preference towards one gender than the other. But either way, don't feel ashamed for questioning yourself. Many people come out at different parts of their life. I would definitely talk to your BF about it. Bi guy here. It took me years to discover myself fully and still I'm not sure where I fall. Sexuality is a spectrum and I find, for me at least, to not place myself in a box that limits my identity. I see men I'm attracted to and I see women I'm attracted to. I've been in relationships with men and relationships with women. Right now I have the most wonderful girlfriend in the world and she'll likely be my wife soon. That doesn't mean that I'm not bi or gay or whatever. Just live your life and don't think too much about the label. It'll save you a lot of stress. I know it's easier said than done, but still. This is exactly why teenagers shouldn't dash to adopt labels. You should come out as straight to your parents, film it and post it on here. I want to see. Well, as we all know, arrows when released are not actually straight. Use this as an euphemism? I do chuckle at the idea that some of your girlfriends will be in shock. Man, watch out for that. Well, at least you didn't realize halfway through sucking a cock. Which is how I realized I wasn't gay. Don't worry about labels and just be happy with those who make you happy. The real problem is that you have a boyfriend and you are thinking of what it might be like to date and be with another person. So I think you need to sort that out first. Does he make you happy? Or is he the one you can't imagine spending your life with, and not just men in general? I have a friend who, for quite some time, was a very vocal lesbian. She somewhat recently started dating and eventually got engaged to a guy after a bit of a nasty breakup with her former girlfriend. One day she was just like, "Oh, and by the way, I started seeing a guy," and I was like, "Oh hey, what?" Did not expect that, but congrats. And then we continued eating our pizza and talking about whatever. Unless you have been marketing yourself as a gay man, building a brand on your gayness, and selling gay-themed No Essay 7589 merch, I think you will be okay. If you are like, "Oh, by the way, I'm bi or maybe slightly more straight. Who knows, but I'm dating a woman now." But even if you have been doing that, you now have a whole arc of content to generate of you exploring your business. You might just need to make new merch, I guess.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.